Hello, humans. My name is Alex. Welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum, specifically Return to Arkham. In the last video, we managed to bring Joker back to the asylum, but surprise, he managed to break free from containment, and now he's running amok throughout the facility. Where we last left off, Batman was taking on this hulking brute of a thug who suffered from a conveniently timed heart attack. In this video, we will be trying to catch up with Joker, but like he said in the previous video, we're not going to go anywhere he doesn't want us to yet. So for now, we just need to worry about, well, actually, Batman's going to try to figure something out. Oh, this scene. I actually kind of like this one because it's basically doing the online thing, or hard to say. Like, well, for one, I did enjoy the "you were expecting Two-Face" line because, you know, he's nowhere in the game, but there is a riddle about him. But we'll get to that later. So for now, we will be hunting down Frank because he has Gordon. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell by the blind eye, the scar on his face, and basically how Joker was on a first-name basis with Boles at the beginning of the game, he was a corrupt cop from the get-go. Now, before I head out, I actually get this trophy. So basically, my idea for the Riddler stuff is to get what I can now, and off camera, go back and get what I can. Like, get the stuff I can now, and off camera, go for the other stuff. But save the last few for you guys, because there is a slight reward if you get every single riddle secret in the game, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. And the Joker here is just basically telling you like how Frank got up on Gordon, or not got. Sorry, that's the wrong phrasing. How exactly Frank is working with Joker, you know, because you know, a corrupt cop's gonna do what a corrupt cop is gonna do, you know. But anyway, so right here I got a little turned around because I was thinking, hey, did I already come that way? But pretty soon I was like, oh yeah, I already did. Damn. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. You have an easy access map if you actually, you know, take the time to, you know, actually kind of look at it. But okay, so right here I came across a bit of an audio glitch. Basically when you enter the room, and you activate detective mode right there, Batman is supposed to acknowledge what he saw as a clue to help the player say, hey dude, scan this, you know. Batman says something like, Boles dropped his flask. Sloppy. Let's see if it has any clues on where to find Gordon. Or something like that. And you will be able to do this a few times throughout the game, and that is when you're tracking someone. Well, tracking someone through a bit of unconventional means. You do this like 4 times, I want to say. Like this is the first, but I already know where we're going, so I don't really need the detective mode that often. And if you want to add a slight bit of challenge to the game, you can have a no detective mode run. It is. I do think that it's possible, but detective mode kind of you know, it's a little bit broken for the game because you can see where enemies are, which is which is not the bad part. The bad part is that you're in that mode throughout like 80% ish of the game. Like it is an overused feature, but if you play this game inside out, like you know how the AI is gonna work, then you don't really need to be in it all that often. But for me, because I am not that skilled at this game, even though I can beat it comfortably, it's not exactly... It's... Well... forgot what I was going to say. So, yeah, Harley tried to drop an elevator on Batman, but... come on. But come on. Like, that would even work? It's freaking Batman. He would have lived somehow. So now we get introduced to a new mechanic, which you are probably going to be using more so in City Origins and Night, which is simple platforming. Well, it's not really platforming, but you're simply grappling up to... Well, I guess it would be pseudo-platforming, I guess. But yeah, like... like at these segments, you would most likely need to be for, Actually, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, but this little room, it always fucks me up, because we need an item that we're not going to get until the end of this video, and we're not going to be back in this area for a long time. In fact, you probably won't even be back here until you get every single mandatory gadget in the game. So, yeah. And you don't need to go all the way around there. You can just like cut through there like I did. In fact, I always do that. You know, saves me a little time and saves me a little time and frustration. But yeah, like this segment's not too great. It's fairly boring, but we do get one of the interesting scannables in this game. Have a listen.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Through my actions, I have saved this cursed city, though my own curse is to forever remain in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it.
Yep. And I kinda like I have my thoughts on the big thing for the game, but I'm trying to make sure that I save, like I'm trying to make sure that I save it for you know, when we need it. But anyway, so the upgrade that I bought a second ago was critical strikes. Now, basically what that does is that it causes more damage to enemies, and yeah, I would say the damage is very well worth it. Although in later games, when the Riddler is expanded upon, you're not gonna want that as often as you think you do. But well, if and when I get to those games, I will let you know. But anyway, so now we get our first proper stealth segment. As soon as I rip off this grate and go through the air ducts. Shouldn't take too long. And there it is. I'm trying to think, because I think the stealth segments in this game are fine. However, I like what I think Night had the best idea for the stealth segments, where like you use the environment itself in order to in order to fuck around with the bad guys and to take them out without needing to sneak up on them, because you do have to sneak up on armed thugs if you want to take them out silently. Though in some cases you can only take down one thug before engaging in combat. That's what's known as a combo. That's a combat takedown. Sorry. So yeah, this one is a pretty simple stealth segment. There's 3 guys on the bottom. You need to take care of them, and then there's a guy talking with Joker, and you can listen to the whole conversation if you want, but since I want to get a move on, I don't listen to the whole thing. Though there are other channels that will do that, like Batman Arkham Videos, which is a great channel for this kind of content. I highly recommend it if you get lost or just want a tutorial about how to do things. But I am not on their level, so yeah. What you see is what you get, and I don't have that kind of patience. Okay, so now we get the first open area with a stealth segment, and this gives you a better idea of what you're supposed to be doing. So you can silent take down these guys, but there's also another thing. It is a bit of a risk-reward kind of thing. So grapple up there, you do a ledge takedown, instantly knocks them out, but it does alert other thugs to your presence. Now, this little thing is carried over into other games, but they do also have what's called the knockout smash. Basically, whenever you do a silent takedown on an enemy, you have the option to move. You have the option to move it quickly by just instantly knocking them out. The downside to this, though, is that it is loud. It will alert enemies to your presence. And also the inverted takedown is very loud, so that is also going to alert enemies as well. Just bear that bit in mind, okay? In fact, I believe I pull it off in this video because, like, we didn't get a chance to do that last time because we didn't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And press triangle. Boom. Now you can only do an inverted takedown from a gargoyle or something adjacent like the rafters in City and Origins and Night. But in this game, you mainly have the gargoyles, which honestly work. Now, if you stay where you did an inverted takedown, they will see you eventually and start shooting at you. So I would highly recommend that if you do an inverted takedown, immediately move to another gargoyle so they don't even have a chance to notice you. Oh yeah, and they also have a no. Oh yeah, and sometimes thugs have a notion to turn around whenever they're incredibly nervous. But what I always recommend is that if there's the last guy in there, you can just like do a glide kick or a battering like I did earlier, and just instantly go up for a ground pound or ground smash. Pretty much the same thing. That little vent area will be prevalent later on during the end game, along with that one. But time and place. And generally, we will be going after. Well, actually, hold up. There it is. This is an interview tape. Now there are a few characters that have interview tapes. Harley is only one of them. Now you can play the tape and just let it hang on this screen, or as I'll show later, you can let it play in the background. The problem with that, though, is that when another character comes on the intercom or something, then the tape will be instantly cut off. But some are shorter than others, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Oh, and right there was a bit of a flummox from me because I was... Damn it, phone. I'm too lazy. I'm almost done. Oh, wait, sorry. And this is what happened to Frank. Joker thought that he outlived his usefulness and just strung him up like that. But now we get to, well, actually, as soon as I start walking out, there's, oh, yes, this dude. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. One of my least favorite A-list villains, if that makes any sense, because, like, I like what Riddler challenges Batman in doing. He challenges Batman in the mental department, and proves that Batman is the world's greatest detective, because Riddler puts up a lot of clues and questions around Gotham where very few people would be able to solve in the first place. But Batman is like the only one who can actually do that. So yeah, basically, Riddler has set up riddles, trophies, breakable objects, which in this case is the Joker teeth, and along with interview tapes and the Chronicles of Arkham. If you get every single one of them, then Riddler will be apprehended. Excuse me, because Riddler is not a physical presence in the game. You know, that would be City and Night when he is more physically taunting Batman, and we have a chance to actually take him out. But yeah. I don't like Riddler because of this series. I get that Riddler is here to pad out the game and to give the player a bit of a challenge. That is totally fine. I can fully accept that. However, it gets asinine when you get to City and Night, because City has over 400 of these things. That's right, over 400. And that's quite a lot just to have a chance to face off against a guy that Batman can take out in one punch. And Night makes it even worse, in my opinion, because of a few strict trophies. I'm looking at the Arkham Knight HQ, and pretty much almost everything that okay, so the main two trophies that I am talking about are the ones over at the orphanage and the one in the Arkham Knight HQ. I hate those ones because you need the Batmobile in order to do that, and there's so much shit you need to keep track of. And for the orphanage one, you need the Batmobile to be at a fully charged weapon system. But we'll get to that when I eventually get to Night. And I do have opinions on Night, some good, some bad. And who knows? I may do videos how I would remake those videos, or not videos, games. Sorry. So what I'm doing now is I'm going after every Riddler object I can uh, because they do progress with story. You know, that's how I actually got here. Now, a side note about the tapes. Character-specific tapes will be in certain areas. So on the main Arkham Island, like in the intensive treatment ward, you'll find Harley Quinn tapes. On Arkham Island, you'll find Joker tapes. And there's let's see. I think there's 3 more characters for 3 no, 4. There's 4 specific characters that you can get. There are Harley Quinn, Joker, Riddler, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, and what was the 5th one? Riddler, Joker, Harley, Scarecrow, Killer Croc. Oh, Zaz. My bad. Sorry. And I also skipped a couple of Riddler stuff in the main intensive treatment ward, but that's because I'll be back there later. And like I said, this isn't necessarily going to be a chronicle, it's not going to be a full tutorial series, you know. It's not going to be like that. Now, one of the things that I would normally go for by now, but don't, is extending your health, because a Batman can get 4 more bars of health when you build up enough upgrade points, and they are pretty handy, you know, especially for fights and just trying to keep yourself alive. But I kind of like how City Onward did it, where it split combat armor and it had armor for combat and armor for firearms, but you know. But I am not gonna hold that against this game because like I said, this was the very first game in the franchise and they were still trying to figure things out. Okay, like I feel like I need to say that in case any diehard Arkham fans come at me like that. It's like, you don't know this shit. Blah, 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 blah. God damn it! That's my car. Don't tell me you wouldn't do that. Yeah, and right here I am doing my damage trying not to button mash, and you can see that, and you can also see that the critical combos are going up by 2s now. But yeah, very handy. Alright, so we got a couple minutes until my time's up, but I did want to say, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much. And I believe that is going to do it for me. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. The next milestone that we'll be hitting, celebrating, is 500 subscribers, and I would like to hit that by June if possible. So, until next time, Social Goons, remember, reach for the stars.
I found a pipe. It has your father's initials carved on it.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year. There's no way he'd leave it.
Exactly. He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive, Barbara.